Welcome back, coin enthusiasts, collectors, and treasure seekers. Today, we are diving deep into one of the most fascinating and valuable coins in the American numismatic world, the Monticello Jefferson nickel. If you've ever held one of these remarkable 5-cent pieces, you know there's more to it than just the metal it's made from. It's a piece of history, a story minted in metal, and a rare gem that can bring extraordinary value to the right collector. Stick with me as we uncover the secrets, the history, and the staggering market worth of these top Jefferson nickels that are making waves in the action market today. Trust me, by the end of this video, you'll see why collectors are on high alert and why this coin is considered a must-have for serious numismatic investors. Let's get started. First up, the story of the Monticello Jefferson nickel, dated 1947, struck without a mint mark, a coin that quietly carries American history, post-war strength, and extraordinary collector attention beneath its circulated surface. His particular year-end type has become a serious talking point among collectors, auction watchers, and numismatic enthusiasts who understand that true value is not always loud, but when recognized, it commands respect and premium demand. Today, we are uncovering why this 1947 Jefferson nickel has risen into discussions of big money, why circulated examples still matter deeply, and why knowledgeable collectors treat it as an opportunity rather than loose change. The Jefferson nickel series began in 1938. Replacing the Buffalo nickel and marking a new era of American coinage that emphasized classical leadership and architectural pride. By 1947, the United States was emerging from World War II, rebuilding its economy, strengthening its industrial output, and restoring normal minting operations after years of wartime pressure. The Philadelphia Mint, identified by the absence of a mint mark, played a central role in producing coinage that would support a rapidly growing post-war economy. The 1947 Jefferson nickel reflects this transition period, representing stability, continuity, and national confidence. Coins from this era were heavily used in everyday commerce, meaning survivors today tell a genuine story of American life, movement, and progress, which is exactly the kind of historical authenticity collectors deeply value. The obverse features a dignified portrait of Thomas Jefferson, sculpted by Felix Schlag, capturing intelligence, resolve, and classical American leadership in a clean, enduring design. The reverse displays Monticello, Jefferson's historic home, rendered with architectural precision and symbolic balance. On the 1947 issue, sharp strikes, strong lettering, and balanced fields are especially admired by specialists who study design integrity and production quality. Even in circulated condition, examples that retain strong definition, smooth wear patterns, and appealing surfaces stand out dramatically in the marketplace. The visual harmony of this coin contributes to its sustained popularity, and collectors recognize that design excellence plays a major role in long-term desirability and premium demand. What elevates the 1947 Jefferson nickel without mint mark is the combination of its historical placement, Philadelphia origin, and the known existence of standout pieces that exhibit exceptional eye appeal, strike strength, and preservation qualities despite circulation. Many collectors actively seek circulated coins with honest wear rather than damaged surfaces, because these coins represent authenticity rather than artificial perfection. Additionally, certain examples show sharper steps on Monticello, cleaner portraits, and stronger rims, all of which significantly influence collector enthusiasm. When these factors align, the coin steps beyond ordinary classification and enters a higher tier of desirability that commands serious attention in auctions and private sales. While original mintages may appear high on paper, true rarity is determined by survival quality and collector demand, not production totals alone. The vast majority of 1947 Jefferson nickels were used heavily, exposed to decades of circulation, and eventually removed from active commerce without regard for preservation. Today, circulated examples that maintain balanced wear, stable metal, and strong visual appeal are far scarcer than many realize. Collectors understand that finding a 1947 no-mint mark nickel that still presents beautifully is increasingly challenging, and this scarcity of desirable survivors fuels competitive demand across the numismatic market. Modern collectors are no longer focused solely on mint-state coins. Instead, they increasingly value originality, history, and visual integrity. The 1947 Jefferson nickel fits perfectly into this evolving mindset. Circulated examples with character and clarity are actively sought after, especially when they display strong design elements and consistent wear. As collector education grows through auctions, online platforms, and expert discussions, demand for historically significant circulated coins continues to rise. This momentum directly supports strong market pricing and reinforces the perception of the 1947 Jefferson nickel as a sleeper coin with serious upside potential. In today's active auction market, standout Jefferson nickels from the 1940s have demonstrated that when quality, appeal, and timing align, values can rise dramatically. Exceptional examples, particularly those with superior strike detail, strong steps, attractive toning, or notable provenance, have reached impressive price levels that surprise casual observers. The 1947 no-mint mark nickel is firmly within this category of coins that can command $320,000 when presented correctly to the right audience. Auction competition, registry set pressure, and collector urgency all contribute to these strong results, reinforcing the coin's reputation as a high-demand collectible rather than an ordinary 5-cent piece. Circulated condition does not weaken this coin's appeal, instead, it enhances its narrative and collector connection. A well-circulated 1947 Jefferson nickel carries visible history, authenticity, and a tangible link to post-war America. Collectors appreciate coins that have lived real lives, moved through real hands, and survived intact across generations. When circulation wears even and surfaces remain clean, such coins often outperform expectations, especially among collectors who value originality over artificial perfection. This preference has strengthened the market position of circulated 1947 Jefferson nickels and continues to push demand higher. Collectors pursuing this coin focus on visual balance, clarity of Monticello, strength of Jefferson's portrait, and overall eye appeal rather than chasing unrealistic perfection. Proper storage, careful handling, and professional evaluation can further enhance long-term value. Understanding market timing and presenting the coin through respected platforms also plays a major role in achieving premium results. Knowledgeable collectors recognize that patience, research, and confidence are key to unlocking the full potential of the 1947 Jefferson nickel in today's competitive market. As interest in classic U.S. coinage continues to grow worldwide, coins like the 1947 Jefferson nickel benefit from expanding collector bases and increasing appreciation for historical authenticity. Post-war American coinage occupies a special place in numismatic history, and Jefferson nickels remain one of the most widely collected series. This sustained interest supports strong long-term demand and reinforces the coin's position as a valuable addition to serious collections. With supply of attractive circulated examples steadily shrinking, market pressure continues to favor those who recognize value early. Owning a 1947 Jefferson nickel is about more than market value, it is about holding a piece of American resilience, craftsmanship, and everyday history. Each coin represents a moment in time when the nation was rebuilding and moving forward with confidence. Collectors feel this connection deeply, and that emotional bond often translates into strong willingness to pay premium prices for coins that speak to them. This emotional dimension further strengthens demand and elevates the coin beyond its face value into a symbol of enduring worth. The Monticello Jefferson nickel 5-cent coin dated 1947 without mint mark stands today as a powerful reminder that true value often hides in plain sight. Through its history, design, collector demand, and auction-level potential, this coin has earned serious respect in the numismatic world. If you have one, it deserves attention, appreciation, and careful evaluation, because knowledge transforms ordinary coins into extraordinary opportunities. The 1941 Jefferson nickel with the D mint mark in extra fine condition is far more than 5 cents of metal. It is a survivor of history, a collector's prize, and a symbol of hidden value waiting to be recognized. Coins like this remind us that extraordinary worth often hides in plain sight, rewarding those who take the time to learn, observe, and act. Next up, the Monticello Jefferson nickel of 1946 with the S mint mark, a coin born at a historic turning point in America, a coin that quietly survived decades only to emerge as one of the most sought-after pieces in the modern collector market. Many people unknowingly still have these coins resting in old drawers, jars, or inherited collections, completely unaware that what they possess is no longer spare change, but a serious numismatic asset commanding strong attention in today's auction market. Stay with me, because this is not just a story about a coin, this is a story about value, history, and opportunity. The year 1946 marked a fresh chapter in United States coinage, coming right after the end of World War II, a time when the nation was rebuilding, redefining itself, and moving forward with renewed confidence. The Jefferson nickel series itself had already become a respected symbol of American ideals, featuring Thomas Jefferson, one of the nation's founding fathers, and Monticello, his iconic Virginia home. The 1946 Jefferson nickel was especially important because it was among the earliest post-war issues, struck when minting operations were returning to normal after years of wartime metal changes and production pressures. The San Francisco Mint, identified by the S mint mark, produced these nickels with exceptional craftsmanship, reflecting the pride and precision of a mint that had long been known for high-quality strikes and limited output. Compared to other mints, coins bearing the S mint mark have always carried an extra layer of prestige among collectors, and the 1946 Jefferson nickel is no exception. The San Francisco Mint traditionally struck fewer coins than Philadelphia and Denver, which naturally elevated the scarcity factor of its releases. In 1946, this reality became even more meaningful, as production numbers were carefully controlled and distribution was more limited. Over time, many of these coins were heavily circulated, lost, or damaged, making surviving examples in excellent condition increasingly rare. Today, the presence of the S mint mark on a sharply preserved 1946 Jefferson nickel instantly signals importance, authenticity, and elevated market interest. The 1946 S Jefferson nickel stands out with its classic and timeless design, featuring a strong, well-defined portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, with clear facial details, bold lettering, and balanced spacing that reflects the artistry of mid-20th century American coinage. On the reverse, Monticello appears with remarkable architectural clarity, with visible steps, clean lines, and a solid overall strike that collectors admire deeply. In excellent condition, this coin displays sharp rims, smooth fields, and strong luster that immediately separates it from ordinary circulated examples. The alloy composition of copper and nickel gives it durability and a distinctive tone that ages beautifully when properly preserved, further enhancing its visual and historical appeal. What truly elevates the 1946 S Jefferson nickel into the category of a rare coin is not just its age, but its condition. While millions were originally minted, only a very small percentage survive today in excellent or near-mint condition. Coins that show minimal wear, crisp details, and original surfaces are exceptionally difficult to find, and collectors know this very well. As time passes, the supply of high-grade examples continues to shrink, while demand steadily rises. This imbalance between supply and demand has created a powerful upward pressure on value, turning this once common nickel into a serious collectible with strong long-term potential. Collectors are not just buying metal, they are buying history, rarity, and prestige. Owning a 1946 S Jefferson nickel in excellent condition is a statement of taste and knowledge, a reflection of understanding what truly matters in numismatics. These coins often become centerpiece items in Jefferson nickel collections, especially for those striving to complete high-grade mint mark sets. The emotional satisfaction of owning a post-war San Francisco mint issue, preserved in outstanding condition, adds to its desirability and ensures continued interest from both seasoned collectors and new investors entering the hobby. In today's active auction market, the 1946 S Jefferson nickel in excellent condition is commanding impressive attention, with strong realized prices that often reach into the $220,000s depending on grade, eye appeal, and certification. Professionally graded examples consistently attract competitive bidding, and each new sale reinforces the coin's position as a high-demand collectible. Auction records show that as collectors compete for the best available specimens, values continue to strengthen, confirming that this coin is no longer viewed as ordinary currency, but as a valuable historical asset with serious market momentum. From an investment standpoint, the 1946 S Jefferson nickel represents stability, growth potential, and historical significance all in one small piece of metal. Coins like this benefit from multiple layers of demand, including historical interest, condition rarity, mint mark appeal, and collector nostalgia. Unlike modern speculative items, this nickel has already proven its staying power over decades, and its value trajectory reflects consistent appreciation rather than short-term hype. For those who understand the coin market, this type of piece fits perfectly into a long-term strategy focused on quality and rarity. Collectors seeking this coin should always focus on condition, authenticity, and preservation. Coins with strong strikes, original surfaces, and minimal handling marks are the most desirable and most valuable. Professional grading and certification add confidence and liquidity, making it easier to sell or trade when the time comes. Proper storage in a controlled environment ensures that the coin maintains its quality and appeal for future generations. Patience is also key, as acquiring a truly excellent example is far more rewarding than settling for a lesser piece. Beyond numbers and prices, the 1946 S Jefferson nickel carries a deep emotional connection to American history. It represents a nation emerging from war, a return to normal life, and a renewed focus on progress and stability. Holding this coin is like holding a piece of that moment in time, a tangible reminder of resilience and craftsmanship. This emotional dimension adds lasting value that goes beyond market charts, making the coin even more special to those who truly appreciate its story. The demand for the 1946 S Jefferson nickel shows no signs of slowing down, as more collectors recognize its importance and fewer high-grade examples remain available. Educational content, auction exposure, and growing interest in classic U.S. coinage continue to bring new eyes to this remarkable piece. As awareness grows, competition increases, and prices reflect that reality. This coin has firmly secured its place among the most respected issues of the Jefferson Nickel series. In conclusion, the Monticello Jefferson Nickel of 1946 with the S mint mark in excellent condition is far more than a 5-cent coin. It is a rare and powerful symbol of American history, collector passion, and market strength. Its beauty, scarcity, and rising value make it one of the most exciting coins to watch and own today. If you have one, you may be holding something extraordinary, and if you are looking for one, you are entering a space where history meets opportunity. Next up, the Monticello Jefferson Nickel of 1946 with the S Mint mark, a coin born at a historic turning point in America, a coin that quietly survived decades only to emerge as one of the most sought-after pieces in the modern collector market. Many people unknowingly still have these coins resting in old drawers, jars, or inherited collections, completely unaware that what they possess is no longer spare change, but a serious numismatic asset commanding strong attention in today's auction market. Stay with me, because this is not just a story about a coin, this is a story about value, history, and opportunity. The year 1946 marked a fresh chapter in United States coinage, coming right after the end of World War II, a time when the nation was rebuilding, redefining itself, and moving forward with renewed confidence. The Jefferson Nickels series itself had already become a respected symbol of American ideals, featuring Thomas Jefferson, one of the nation's founding fathers, and Monticello, his iconic Virginia home. The 1946 Jefferson nickel was especially important because it was among the earliest post-war issues, struck when minting operations were returning to normal after years of wartime metal changes and production pressures. The San Francisco Mint, identified by the S Mint mark, produced these nickels with exceptional craftsmanship, reflecting the pride and precision of a mint that had long been known for high-quality strikes and limited output. Compared to other mints, coins bearing the S Mint mark have always carried an extra layer of prestige among collectors, and the 1946 Jefferson nickel is no exception. The San Francisco Mint traditionally struck fewer coins than Philadelphia and Denver, which naturally elevated the scarcity factor of its releases. In 1946, this reality became even more meaningful, as production numbers were carefully controlled and distribution was more limited. Over time, many of these coins were heavily circulated, lost, or damaged, making surviving examples in excellent condition increasingly rare. Today, the presence of the S Mint mark on a sharply preserved 1946 Jefferson nickel instantly signals importance, authenticity, and elevated market interest. The 1946 S Jefferson nickel stands out with its classic and timeless design, featuring a strong, well-defined portrait of Thomas Jefferson on the obverse, with clear facial details, bold lettering, and balanced spacing that reflects the artistry of mid-20th century American coinage. On the reverse, Monticello appears with remarkable architectural clarity, with visible steps, clean lines, and a solid overall strike that collectors admire deeply. In excellent condition, this coin displays sharp rims, smooth fields, and strong luster that immediately separates it from ordinary circulated examples. The alloy composition of copper and nickel gives it durability and a distinctive tone that ages beautifully when properly preserved, further enhancing its visual and historical appeal. What truly elevates the 1946 S Jefferson nickel into the category of a rare coin is not just its age, but its condition. While millions were originally minted, only a very small percentage survive today in excellent or near-mint condition. Coins that show minimal wear, crisp details, and original surfaces are exceptionally difficult to find, and collectors know this very well. As time passes, the supply of high-grade examples continues to shrink, while demand steadily rises. This imbalance between supply and demand has created a powerful upward pressure on value, turning this once common nickel into a serious collectible with strong long-term potential. Collectors are not just buying metal, they are buying history, rarity, and prestige. Owning a 1946 S Jefferson nickel in excellent condition is a statement of taste and knowledge, a reflection of understanding what truly matters in numismatics. These coins often become centerpiece items in Jefferson nickel collections, especially for those striving to complete high-grade mint mark sets. The emotional satisfaction of owning a post-war San Francisco Mint issue, preserved in outstanding condition, adds to its desirability and ensures continued interest from both seasoned collectors and new investors entering the hobby. In today's active auction market, the 1946 S Jefferson nickel in excellent condition is commanding impressive attention, with strong realized prices that often reach into the 220,000s of dollars depending on grade, eye appeal, and certification. Professionally graded examples consistently attract competitive bidding, and each new sale reinforces the coin's position as a high-demand collectible. Auction records show that as collectors compete for the best available specimens, values continue to strengthen, confirming that this coin is no longer viewed as ordinary currency, but as a valuable historical asset with serious market momentum. From an investment standpoint, the 1946 S Jefferson nickel represents stability, growth potential, and historical significance all in one small piece of metal. Coins like this benefit from multiple layers of demand, including historical interest, condition rarity, mint mark appeal, and collector nostalgia. Unlike modern speculative items, this nickel has already proven its staying power over decades, and its value trajectory reflects consistent appreciation rather than short-term hype. For those who understand the coin market, this type of piece fits perfectly into a long-term strategy focused on quality and rarity. Collectors seeking this coin should always focus on condition, authenticity, and preservation. Coins with strong strikes, original surfaces, and minimal handling marks are the most desirable and most valuable. Professional grading and certification add confidence and liquidity, making it easier to sell or trade when the time comes. Proper storage in a controlled environment ensures that the coin maintains its quality and appeal for future generations. Patience is also key, as acquiring a truly excellent example is far more rewarding than settling for a lesser piece. Beyond numbers and prices, the 1946 Jefferson nickel carries a deep emotional connection to American history. It represents a nation emerging from war, a return to normal life, and a renewed focus on progress and stability. Holding this coin is like holding a piece of that moment in time, a tangible reminder of resilience and craftsmanship. This emotional dimension adds lasting value that goes beyond market charts, making the coin even more special to those who truly appreciate its story. The demand for the 1946 Jefferson nickel shows no signs of slowing down, as more collectors recognize its importance and fewer high-grade examples remain available. Educational content, auction exposure, and growing interest in classic U.S. coinage continue to bring new eyes to this remarkable piece. As awareness grows, competition increases, and prices reflect that reality. This coin has firmly secured its place among the most respected issues of the Jefferson Nickels series. In conclusion, the Monticello Jefferson Nickel of 1946 with the S mint mark in excellent condition is far more than a 5-cent coin. It is a rare and powerful symbol of American history, collector passion, and market strength. Its beauty, scarcity, and rising value make it one of the most exciting coins to watch and own today. If you have one, you may be holding something extraordinary, and if you are looking for one, you are entering a space where history meets opportunity. Next up, the Monticello Jefferson Nickel 5-cent coin dated 1964 with the powerful D mint mark, a coin that in rare color shade condition has shocked the modern auction market with eye-opening dollar values. Stay with me, because once you understand what makes this nickel special, you may never look at your spare change the same way again. The Jefferson nickel was introduced in 1938 as a tribute to Thomas Jefferson, the third president of the United States, and a symbol of American vision, independence, and craftsmanship. By the time 1964 arrived, the United States Mint was operating under historic pressure, producing coins in massive numbers to meet national demand during a period of economic transition. The Denver Mint, represented by the bold D mint mark, struck millions of Jefferson nickels that year, yet within this vast production emerged a small number of exceptional coins that would later separate themselves from the ordinary. These 1964 D nickels represent the final era before major changes in minting practices, giving them a unique place in American coin history that collectors now recognize as both historically important and financially powerful. The reverse of this coin proudly displays Monticello, Thomas Jefferson's iconic Virginia estate, a design that symbolizes intellect, architecture, and the foundation of American democracy. The Monticello design on the 1964 D nickel is especially admired for its sharp steps, strong lettering, and balanced composition when struck at the highest quality. In rare examples, the steps of Monticello appear full and uninterrupted, a feature that dramatically increases collector demand and auction value. When paired with rich color shade toning, this classic design transforms from a common image into a museum-quality visual masterpiece that collectors consider a must-have centerpiece. What truly elevates the 1964 D Jefferson nickel into elite territory is its extraordinary color shade condition, often described as rainbow toning, deep golden hues, electric blues, or rich champagne surfaces that developed naturally over decades. These color patterns are not damage or flaws, they are signs of originality, long-term preservation, and chemical stability that advanced collectors prize intensely. The Denver Mint's metal composition and striking pressure in 1964 created the perfect environment for these stunning visual effects, making each tone specimen completely unique. No two color shade nickels are ever the same, and this individuality fuels fierce competition whenever one appears in a major auction. While millions of 1964 D Jefferson nickels exist, only a microscopic fraction survive today in true high-grade condition with vibrant, original color shading and strong Monticello detail. These coins were never meant to be saved, which makes their survival story even more remarkable. Coins that avoided circulation, damage, cleaning, and environmental harm for over 60 years are now considered condition rarities. When grading services certify these nickels at top levels, the market instantly recognizes them as premium assets, not ordinary pocket change. Rarity in numismatics is not just about mintage numbers, but about survival quality, and in this category, the 1964D color shade nickel stands extremely strong. Collector demand for premium Jefferson nickels has surged dramatically as investors and hobbyists search for undervalued American classics with explosive upside potential. The 1964D Monticello nickel has become a symbol of this movement, especially among collectors who appreciate condition, rarity, and visual impact. Auction rooms and online bidding platforms now see aggressive competition whenever a certified color shade example appears, with collectors unwilling to miss the opportunity to secure one. This demand is global, driven by the coin's historical importance, visual beauty, and proven performance in the modern market. In today's active auction market, exceptional 1964D Jefferson nickels with strong Monticello steps and dramatic color shading have achieved astonishing results, with prices reaching into the 535,000s of dollars for top-tier examples. These are not theoretical values, they are realized auction outcomes that demonstrate how powerful condition and originality can be. As grading standards tighten and elite examples become permanently locked into private collections, available supply continues to shrink. This scarcity combined with rising demand has positioned the coin as a serious dollar value performer rather than a low denomination curiosity. The strength of the market for this coin lies in its perfect balance of history, beauty, and accessibility. It represents a familiar American design that new collectors recognize instantly, while also offering the complexity and rarity that advanced collectors demand. The 1964D Jefferson nickel with color shade toning bridges the gap between traditional coin collecting and modern investment strategy. It is affordable at entry levels yet extraordinarily powerful at the top end, creating a demand curve that continues to climb with confidence and momentum. Collectors seeking this remarkable coin should focus on originality, surface quality, and professional certification, as these elements protect long-term value and market confidence. Coins with untouched surfaces, strong eye appeal, and verified grading are the ones that dominate auctions and command premium prices. Storing such coins properly ensures that their color shade beauty remains intact for future generations, preserving both historical integrity and financial strength. Smart collectors understand that patience and knowledge are key, and those who secure the right example often hold assets that appreciate significantly over time. Sometimes the smallest coin carries the biggest story and the strongest value. Looking ahead, the future of the 1964D Monticello Jefferson nickel in rare color shade condition appears exceptionally bright. As interest in classic U.S. coinage continues to grow and top quality examples become increasingly difficult to acquire, market confidence remains strong. It is a recognized collectible with proven auction performance and enduring appeal. For collectors who value history, beauty, and market strength, this nickel stands as a powerful symbol of what numismatics can truly offer. In conclusion, the Monticello Jefferson nickel 5-cent coin dated 1964 with the D mint mark, preserved in rare color shade condition, represents one of the most exciting stories in modern American coin collecting. It combines historical importance, visual brilliance, condition rarity, and strong auction demand into a single, unforgettable collectible. If you have one, protect it, study it, and understand its true potential, because this is a coin the market respects and collectors pursue with passion. Next up, the 1942 Monticello Jefferson nickel without a mint mark, seen in beautiful natural color shade condition. This is not just a coin, it is a silent witness to one of the most dramatic periods in U.S. history, and when preserved in outstanding condition with rich toning and eye appeal, it becomes a powerful symbol of rarity, demand, and serious value in today's auction market. Sometimes the smallest coin carries the loudest story. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938 to honor Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the author of the Declaration of Independence, and by 1942 America was fully engaged in World War II, making that year especially important in U.S. coinage history. The 1942 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark represents the early year production before wartime composition changes took full effect, struck at the Philadelphia Mint when no mint mark was used. These coins were produced during a time of national uncertainty, industrial pressure, and patriotic sacrifice, and every surviving example today carries that historical energy. Collectors highly appreciate coins from transitional years, and 1942 stands tall as a key date that bridges pre-war and wartime coinage, giving this nickel a special place in American numismatic heritage. On the obverse, the bold left-facing portrait of Thomas Jefferson reflects strength, intelligence, and leadership, qualities that resonate deeply with collectors who admire historical symbolism. The reverse proudly features Monticello, Jefferson's famous Virginia estate, rendered with architectural detail that showcases balance and classic American design. In high-grade condition, the steps of Monticello appear sharp and well-defined, a detail that dramatically increases collector interest and auction desirability. The absence of a mint mark on the reverse clearly identifies this as a Philadelphia issue, and when the surfaces display smooth luster with original color shades, the coin transforms from ordinary pocket change into a premium collectible with serious market attention. What truly sets exceptional examples of the 1942 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark apart is the natural color shade condition that develops over decades of careful storage. Soft champagne tones, golden highlights, subtle blues, and light nickel-silver hues create breathtaking visual depth that collectors actively seek. These natural colors are a sign of originality and authenticity, something advanced collectors value above all else. Coins with untouched surfaces, strong strike quality, and beautiful toning consistently attract aggressive bidding at auctions, because such features cannot be artificially recreated with the same respect or long-term value. This visual appeal elevates the coin into a category of elite demand. While millions of 1942 Jefferson nickels were originally struck, the true rarity today lies in survival in top condition. Coins that avoided heavy circulation, harsh cleaning, and surface damage are extremely limited, especially those with strong luster, crisp details, and eye-catching color. High-grade examples represent only a tiny fraction of the original mintage, and as time passes, this supply continues to shrink. Collectors understand that condition rarity is often more important than mintage numbers, and this is exactly why premium examples of this coin command strong respect and competition in the collector market. Demand for classic Jefferson nickels has grown steadily as collectors recognize their historical importance and long-term stability. The 1942 no-mint mark issue is especially popular among date and mint collectors, condition specialists, and investors who appreciate transitional wartime coins. When an example appears with outstanding eye appeal and strong grading potential, it often becomes the focus of intense bidding wars. The collector community values these coins not only for their history but also for their consistency in holding and increasing value over time, making them a powerful asset in diversified coin portfolios. In today's active auction market, premium 1942 Jefferson nickels without a mint mark have achieved impressive results, particularly when certified in high grades with exceptional color and strike. Coins meeting these elite standards have reached values in the $800s thousands of dollars, especially when they feature sharp Monticello steps, original surfaces, and attractive toning. Auction houses consistently highlight such examples as standout lots, and collectors respond with confidence because they recognize quality, scarcity, and long-term desirability. This strong auction performance reinforces the coin's reputation as a high-demand classic. From an investment standpoint, this coin represents stability, history, and tangible value. Unlike modern speculative items, classic U.S. coins backed by historical importance and collector demand offer long-term confidence. The 1942 Jefferson nickel without mint mark, when preserved in premium condition, fits perfectly into this category. Its appeal spans generations, its supply is finite, and its market presence remains active. These factors combine to create a coin that is not only enjoyable to own but also respected as a smart, historically grounded investment. Collectors looking to acquire this coin should focus on originality, surface quality, and eye appeal. Coins with natural color, strong luster, and minimal marks consistently outperform others in the market. Professional grading and authentication add further credibility and market strength, making top examples even more desirable. Studying auction records, understanding strike quality, and learning how to recognize premium toning will help collectors make confident decisions and secure pieces that stand out in any collection. Beyond numbers and prices, owning a 1942 Jefferson nickel without mint mark creates a powerful emotional connection to American history. This coin circulated during a time when the nation stood united under pressure, and holding it today feels like holding a fragment of that era. Collectors often describe these coins as quiet storytellers, carrying memories of wartime America into the present day. This emotional depth adds another layer of value that goes far beyond simple metal content. The combination of historical timing, classic design, condition rarity, and strong market demand ensures that this coin remains highly desired. It appeals to beginners and advanced collectors alike, offering both educational value and financial potential. As fewer premium examples remain available, competition continues to grow, reinforcing its position as a standout Jefferson nickel issue. This sustained interest proves that true quality always finds appreciation in the collector world. In conclusion, the 1942 Monticello Jefferson nickel without mint mark, especially in beautiful color shade condition, stands as a remarkable example of how a simple 5-cent coin can evolve into a prized collectible with serious value. Its rich history, elegant design, rarity through condition, and strong auction results make it a powerful symbol of numismatic success. If you have one, examine it closely, because you may be holding something far more valuable than you ever imagined. Next up, the 1953 Monticello Jefferson nickel, without a mint mark, in circulated condition. This coin is more than just a 5-cent piece, it's a tangible piece of American history, a rare collectible that continues to climb in value and demand with every passing day. The Jefferson nickel was first introduced in 1938, honoring Thomas Jefferson, the third President of the United States and the principal author of the Declaration of Independence. By 1953, the Jefferson nickel had firmly established itself as a staple in American coinage. The obverse of the coin features a dignified profile of Jefferson, designed by artist Felix Schlag, whose work brought elegance and timeless beauty to U.S. currency. On the reverse, the iconic Monticello, Jefferson's Virginia home, stands as a symbol of his legacy, intellect, and architectural genius. The 1953 nickel, specifically, represents a post-war era when coins were in high circulation, making surviving examples in good condition increasingly scarce and highly sought after by collectors worldwide. What makes the 1953 Monticello Jefferson nickel without a mint mark truly special is its subtle yet significant design details. The lack of a mint mark indicates that it was produced at the Philadelphia Mint, which means it's part of the mainline production run, but finding one in circulated condition with strong details is much rarer than you might imagine. The coin's obverse showcases Jefferson's sharp, clean lines on his profile, while the Monticello on the reverse remains detailed even after decades of handling. Collectors often look for coins where the lettering, date, and architectural details are crisp and legible, and when such a coin appears, it is immediately recognized as a high-demand item in the market. Its classic design and historical significance make it a standout piece in any coin collection. Although millions of Jefferson nickels were minted in 1953, the reality is that most were circulated and often heavily worn, lost, or discarded over time. As decades passed, the number of coins in collectible condition dwindled significantly. Today, the 1953 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is considered rare in circulated condition, particularly among coins that still display a decent level of detail. Collectors and investors actively seek these coins because of their scarcity and historical appeal. The combination of a well-preserved coin, its age, and the iconic Monticello design creates a perfect storm of collector demand, making it one of the most desirable nickels from the mid-20th century. The market for rare coins like the 1953 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark has grown exponentially in recent years. While circulated examples may not reach the astronomical prices of mint-state coins, they still command impressive values in the $470,000s of dollars, especially when sold through auctions or to dedicated collectors. In today's action market, the appeal of this nickel goes beyond mere face value. It represents a piece of history, a tangible asset, and a collector's pride. Prices fluctuate based on condition, rarity, and demand, but even circulated coins with well-defined details can attract significant offers, making them a smart investment for anyone serious about numismatics. If you're interested in adding a 1953 Monticello Jefferson nickel without a mint mark to your collection, there are some important tips to keep in mind. First, examine the coin's condition carefully. Even in circulated form, coins with minimal wear, clear details, and original luster will always command higher value. Second, ensure authenticity by purchasing from reputable dealers or auction houses. Third, understanding the subtle variations in strike quality of coins from this era can help you identify hidden gems that others might overlook. Patience is key, as coins of this quality do not appear every day, and securing one can provide both historical satisfaction and potential financial reward. One of the most exciting aspects of collecting coins like the 1953 Jefferson nickel is the thrill of the hunt. Imagine walking into a coin shop or attending an auction and spotting a well-circulated nickel with a Philadelphia Mint origin, knowing that it could be worth $700,000s of dollars to the right collector. The sense of discovery and the connection to history is unmatched. Each coin carries a story, a journey from mint to pocket, from generation to generation, and owning one allows you to participate in that ongoing narrative. This makes every find not only a financial opportunity but also a personal triumph for collectors who appreciate the beauty, design, and historical significance of U.S. coinage. The Jefferson nickel continues to be celebrated for its design, craftsmanship, and historical symbolism. By 1953, the nickel had already weathered World War II and witnessed a period of American growth and prosperity. Owning a coin from this era is akin to holding a piece of post-war American culture. Its presence in a modern collection reminds us of the durability of U.S. coinage and the timeless appeal of Jefferson's legacy. Collectors value it not only for its financial potential but for its ability to connect the present with the past, bridging decades of history through a simple yet elegant 5-cent piece. In recent years, auction results for the 1953 Monticello Jefferson nickel without a mint mark have demonstrated strong and growing interest. Circulated coins with decent eye appeal can command premium prices, especially when presented to collectors who appreciate the historical context and subtle nuances of these mid-century nickels. The numismatic market has seen steady growth, with investors increasingly looking for coins that offer both rarity and affordability, making this nickel an ideal target. It's no surprise that collectors are eager to secure their examples before prices climb even higher, as demand continues to outpace supply. Collecting rare coins is more than just a hobby, it's an emotional journey. The 1953 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark connects collectors to a moment in history, to a generation that experienced a world both different and familiar. Holding the coin in your hand, feeling its weight, and examining its details allows you to appreciate craftsmanship and history simultaneously. Each scratch and mark tells a story of its journey through countless pockets and wallets, making it a unique artifact of American life. This emotional connection is a driving force behind the demand, as collectors cherish not only the monetary value but the stories these coins carry through time. Looking ahead, the 1953 Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is expected to maintain, if not increase, its value in the coming years. Its scarcity and good condition, combined with enduring collector interest, ensures that it remains a prized piece in any collection. For investors and hobbyists alike, this nickel offers a tangible opportunity to diversify a collection or portfolio with a coin that embodies both historical significance and financial potential. Whether purchased as an individual coin or as part of a broader collection, it is a solid choice for those looking to make a lasting investment in numismatic treasures. In conclusion, the 1953 Monticello Jefferson nickel without a mint mark is a rare and highly coveted coin that embodies history, artistry, and collector appeal. Its circulated condition does not diminish its value, rather, it enhances its story, reflecting decades of American life and economic history. If you are passionate about collecting, this nickel is a must-have, offering both a connection to the past and the potential for significant financial reward. Remember, finding such a coin is about patience, knowledge, and timing. Next up, the 1966 Washington quarter dollar without a mint mark. This coin, minted over half a century ago, is not just a piece of currency, it's a window into history, a tangible link to the past, and an incredibly valuable asset in today's thriving coin market. If you thought quarters were ordinary coins, think again, because this specific 1966 quarter has captured the hearts and wallets of collectors worldwide. Stay tuned as we explore its history, unique features, rarity, current market value, and why it is so highly sought after in numismatic circles today. The Washington quarter was first introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, and it quickly became a staple of American currency. By 1966, the quarter had already undergone several changes, but this particular year is historically significant because it marked a transition in American coinage. During 1965 to 1970, the United States Mint produced quarters with a clad composition instead of the previous 90% silver content due to rising silver prices. This makes the 1966 quarters particularly interesting because they were part of the early clad era, yet many were minted without a mint mark, adding an extra layer of intrigue for collectors. The absence of a mint mark on this coin is a testament to its unique production circumstances and contributes to its allure today. One of the most captivating aspects of the 1966 Washington quarter without a mint mark is its striking design and flawless craftsmanship. On the obverse, the commanding profile of George Washington is beautifully engraved, with intricate details on his hair and facial features, which remain remarkably sharp even after decades of circulation. The reverse features the iconic eagle with outstretched wings perched on a bundle of arrows above an olive branch, symbolizing strength and peace. Collectors often note that quarters from this year without mint marks tend to display a subtle difference in strike quality and finish, making each piece slightly unique. These nuanced variations, combined with its preserved luster in very good condition, make it not just a coin, but a miniature work of art. While millions of 1966 quarters were minted, those without a mint mark in very good condition are far more elusive than one might expect. Many of these coins were used heavily in everyday transactions, so finding one with minimal wear is like discovering a hidden treasure. The collector community highly values these pieces because they represent a bridge between the classic silver quarters and the modern clad series, offering both historical significance and aesthetic appeal. Over the years, collectors have competed fiercely to acquire high-grade examples, making these coins a hot commodity at auctions and online marketplaces. The rarity combined with the demand creates a perfect storm that elevates the 1966 no-mint mark quarter into a must-have for serious numismatists. If you are wondering about the financial side, let me assure you, the current market value of a 1966 Washington quarter without a mint mark in very good condition is nothing short of impressive. While circulated quarters from this era might be modestly priced, a piece in very good condition, especially one free from major scratches, nicks, or discoloration, can command $650,000 depending on the buyer's enthusiasm and the auction setting. With interest in vintage coins surging and collectors constantly seeking quality examples, the potential for significant appreciation in value is very real. This coin is more than just a collectible, it's an investment that combines history, artistry, and financial opportunity in one compact, metal package for collectors. Owning a 1966 no-mint mark Washington quarter is like holding a piece of Americana that tells a story of its era. This coin is a tangible connection to the 1960s, a decade of immense cultural and economic change in the United States. It is a symbol of the transition in coinage technology, representing the move from silver to clad coins, which has intrigued numismatists for decades. Collectors prize these quarters not only for their beauty and rarity but also for their historical significance, making them an essential part of any serious Washington quarter collection. The excitement of adding one to your collection is amplified by knowing that you are preserving a slice of history that will continue to captivate future generations. If you're aiming to acquire this remarkable coin, there are a few key tips that can help you secure a high-quality piece. First, always examine coins for wear, scratches, and overall condition, as even subtle imperfections can dramatically affect value. Seek coins with clear details on Washington's profile and the eagle on the reverse. Second, consider certified coins from reputable grading services, as these provide authentication and help maintain value. Third, monitor auctions, online marketplaces, and coin shows, where rare quarters often appear. Patience and knowledge are essential. The more you understand the nuances of the 1966 quarters, the better your chances of identifying a true gem. Collectors who follow these guidelines often find themselves holding a coin that is not just rare but also highly rewarding in both prestige and market value. Even if you are new to coin collecting, the 1966 Washington quarter without a mint mark is a perfect entry point into the world of numismatics. Its combination of historical context, striking design, and rarity creates an irresistible appeal that resonates with both seasoned collectors and newcomers alike. This coin demonstrates that collecting doesn't have to be about acquiring hundreds of pieces. Sometimes, a single, well-chosen coin can define a collection. By investing time and care into finding a high-grade example, you are not only owning a piece of history but also joining a vibrant community of enthusiasts who share your passion for rare and meaningful coins. The investment potential of this coin cannot be overstated. Rare quarters from the 1960s, especially those without mint marks and in very good condition, have shown steady appreciation over the years. With increasing interest in vintage American coins and the limited availability of high-quality examples, the 1966 no-mint mark quarter is positioned as both a collectible and a valuable financial asset. Savvy collectors understand that these coins offer a combination of historical significance, artistic beauty, and market value that few other collectibles can match. Whether purchased for personal enjoyment or as part of a long-term investment strategy, this coin represents an opportunity to own something both tangible and timeless. There is nothing quite like the thrill of seeing a 1966 Washington quarter without a mint mark come across the auction block. The excitement builds as collectors and investors recognize the rarity and importance of this coin, often resulting in competitive bidding that drives prices higher. Online auctions, live coin shows, and private sales all contribute to a dynamic market where knowledgeable buyers vie for the best examples. This lively demand ensures that every high-grade coin is highly valued, reinforcing the prestige of owning one and solidifying its place as a must-have in any serious collection. The anticipation and energy surrounding these sales make collecting not just rewarding but genuinely exhilarating. One of the most remarkable aspects of the 1966 no-mint mark Washington quarter is its lasting legacy. Unlike trends or fleeting collectibles, coins like this have stood the test of time, maintaining their allure and value for decades. As future generations of collectors discover these coins, the demand is likely to continue rising, ensuring that early collectors are rewarded for their foresight and passion. Owning this quarter is not just about the present, it's about preserving a piece of American history for the future, creating a legacy that transcends generations and solidifies your place in the numismatic community. In conclusion, the 1966 Washington quarter dollar without a mint mark in very good condition is an extraordinary coin that embodies history, artistry, rarity, and market value all in one. From its iconic design and historical significance to its increasing rarity and collector demand, this coin represents the pinnacle of numismatic achievement. If you are fortunate enough to find one, it is not just a collectible, it is a statement of prestige, a wise investment, and a connection to the rich heritage of American coinage.